Jake and Marisa back again for one more live reaction to Power Rangers Now Supercharge. Well, not one more, because that would be the Christmas episode. But anyway, season finale!
Last one for tonight! Filming 3 of them back-to-back.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually done 3 back-to-back before, have we?
I don't know.
I don't know if we've ever...
It's a lot of Power Rangers for me.
I don't know if we've ever been that far behind and capable of catching up that much in one day.
Fair enough.
Finale!
Yeah, we'll watch the Christmas special later.
Yeah.
We do have work tomorrow, even though tomorrow is Christmas Eve.
Yes, I know.
Perks of working at a hospital.
Yep.
But, someone else is working Christmas, so...
Yeah, that poor person.
He volunteered.
Yep. Well, there is always holiday pay, so...
He's not only getting holiday pay, but I think he's getting extra, he's accruing PTO faster during that.
Super mega bonus pay.
Yeah, he's... No, not super...
Oh.
Super mega bonus flex time.
There we go. Yeah.
Not flex time. Vacation time. He's getting a vacation day for use at another time, I believe.
Nice. Nice.
Because he wasn't originally scheduled to do that. He only has to do it because...
You need to work New Year's Day, though, too, right?
New Year's Day, but not New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Well, actually, I might be working New Year's Eve because New Year's Eve might be a Saturday, and that's not a holiday.
It is a Saturday.
Yeah, I'm working New Year's Day, but
yeah,
I always work New Year's Day.
That's what I thought.
That happens to me a lot. I work Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. Those are my holidays.
Yep.
And since I don't have something like Labor Day or Martin Luther King Day or whatever, it's not fair to ask me to also do Christmas.
Right.
Even though we did lose a guy who was supposed to be doing Christmas.
Yep. But
he's also supposed to be doing New Year's Day observed.
Yeah, we'll do Christmas. We'll do the Christmas episode like after we get back from visiting my family.
Sure.
I figure that'll be good. But yeah, I'm excited to find out what happens next. So
I don't know. Maybe we should dread what comes next.
I don't know.
I
I've been looking forward to it with morbid curiosity. People I've been semi-aware of it for quite some time of what might be happening. I've been things have been implied by comments on Twitter and TV tropes, Facebook, whatever. People. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding this finale, and I'm looking forward to finally getting in on that and being able to participate in that conversation, whatever the result may be. Now, I'm honestly just excited to see how it all ends, regardless of if it's good, if it's bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the legendary battle with Super Mega Force, mostly because it was completely insane, and I just enjoyed the complete insanity of it. So this could be, if it's good, then it'll be great for that reason. If it's not, then it could just be hilariously insane. Who knows? I'm looking forward to seeing how it all wraps up, if it all makes sense with everything that's come before. In part 1, we got, Sledge and Poisandra got married, Snide got destroyed, we had a massive international Megazord battle with 5 Green Zillas. Heckles officially joined the good guys. Where we last left off, the Rangers had defeated Snide and gotten the Dark Energem, and Fury was attacking their base to try and get it back, I suppose. Because Snide found out where their base was, and now I guess Fury knows where it is too. So, and there was much skydiving and bungee jumping from Heckle because silliness. And then we will also get to see who wins the bet to scoop ice cream, because I am betting that there is going to be a shipping moment with Kendall and Heckle. That's what I think. It feels like it's a natural progression of what we've seen in the past, previous patterns, etc. Anyway, enough ado.
Okay.
Enough setup. Apparently I was off on the name of this episode. I thought it was Edge of Extinction Part 1 and 2, but actually the first part is Edge of Extinction.
And this is the end of Extinction. Which sounds a little like End of Evangelion, and if it ends up with a giant Poisandra head crashing into the earth.
So yes, Power Rangers, Dino Supercharge, episode 20, the season finale. End of Extinction.
To nothing. It all comes tumbling down, tumbling down,
tumbling down. Hey. One last intro. Wait.
Sledge came
Ooh.
up with a devious way to steal them.
Ooh.
Now, after many battles, he has the ultimate plan.
He has the ultimate
Our
plan.
heroes and their new allies save the world.
Ooh.
Power Rangers.
Dino Supercharge. I was expecting to get one more It's a Bomb in.
Yeah.
That actually was unexpected there.
Over here, guys. Don't touch it.
They used the opening narration to set up the finale. That was unexpected. What's Sledge's ultimate plan?
Not even scratched.
The Ranger base is under attack.
Keeper! You know what that kind of reminds me of?
I don't know.
The lab is under attack. Dr. K!
Ranger's base to find the Dark Energem. Now he's been discovered. Master Sledge will be so angry.
Today, my dear, we destroy the Rangers for good.
Master Sledge!
Immediate
the
civilian
Fury has
Mentor
messed
in
up your
trouble.
plan.
Calm your circuits, wrench. I'm going to get those energems. My plan is just getting started. Those
What
eggs
is his
that I
plan?
planted all
Do you have, like,
over
a
the earth
giant
are more than
energem
just
magnet?
hatched green zillas. As we speak,
Wait,
they're
what?
forming anchors in the ground. We'll use them to pull the Earth out of orbit.
Wait,
That's
what?
the key to the planet's final destruction.
What? There were more eggs?
Charge the electronics.
Apparently they're the same eggs. They don't just make green zillas.
Huh.
But I thought they hatched.
Interesting.
I'm...
Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers. In a world full of strife, we must
starting
fight
to see the
to
problems with this episode
survive.
already.
Time to break the chains that
Not how eggs
divide.
work.
There's only one chance to take the right stance.
When they hatch,
Hold
they
tight,
break.
keep the power alive. Go,
Now they're
Power
behaving more like
Rangers.
seeds than
Don't
eggs.
you ever stop. Go,
Sprouting
Power
roots.
Rangers. You will rise up to the top. Rangers forever.
And how can a bunch
Dino
of roots all
charge.
attached to
All
the planet
together.
pull the planet out of orbit?
Bottom.
Wouldn't those roots all need to connect to something else?
Power Rangers,
Really, then the
Dino
roots
charge.
wouldn't be pulling it out of
Bottom.
orbit. They would merely be the attachment point for some
I've
other
also moved the
force
cursor that I've
to
got to
move
move
them out of
before.
alignment. But in order to move the planet out of alignment, you would need something with a greater mass than the planet.
There's always the possibility of
I
maybe,
didn't say weight or size. I said mass.
maybe there's some sort of super jets or something. I don't know. Super egg jets. I don't know.
How are they going to overcome inertia?
End of Extinction.
The monsters are in the base. Keeper's in trouble. Let's go.
If only we had some sort of power to morph.
The
Hey!
monsters are not
Hey, hey, we get a
keeper fight.
but it's a replay of the first episode here. Keeper versus Fury.
Fair enough.
It's over for you, Keeper.
Keeper's like a turtle on his back now.
Yeah, Fury, your toes, man.
You okay?
The Dark Energem will be mine.
Might want to reconsider that promise.
Yeah, they've all got guns.
I will
Except
be
for him.
back.
Heckles has a hand. A deadly hand. In order to disarm him, you would have to disarm him.
Must leave.
Incoming transmission.
Your time is up, Power Rangers. Moments from now, my ship will yank the Earth out of
Monologuing!
space. I've sold your miserable plan to the scrapyards on Common 5.
What?
Give me the energems, so now I'll pry them from your frozen hands.
I the planet to a scrapyard?
For scrap? No, he can't possibly be able to tow the Earth out of orbit. Can he?
No!
Apparently he can. Apparently the eggs are anchor points.
But his ship! Dude, if he has enough power to pull the Earth out of orbit in those engines,
Yeah.
then it should not have taken him 58
Well,
million.
he did just recharge it off the dark energy.
That's what happened.
Yes.
Okay, now that Earth is leaving orbit, also because of the way he's tethered them, the Earth's rotation should have stopped.
X turned into anchor points.
Yeah.
Up from the beginning. Also, we could
Nobody should be standing, talking, walking, or alive.
The colder we'll get.
You only have to take the Earth. Stop! And now everything is dead.
The only hope of
Yeah.
saving the Earth is to destroy the Dark Energem. Once this is
This
gone,
isn't Doctor Who. They didn't
the
teleport
power
the
of your
Earth to another
energems
place.
will be unlocked, and you'll be able to save the planet.
Okay.
We blasted that thing with the Titano cannon.
So what? So they need to destroy it so that they can have their ultimate power, so that they can
Wait.
save the world.
Keeper, you said that the Dark Energem was made from pure darkness, right?
Yes, the essence of evil.
Break it with pure light.
Does that mean that light can destroy that darkness?
I'm not certain, but to do so would require an incredibly bright source.
Where
Like
are we
the
going
sun?
to find that much light?
What? Really?
I think I have an idea.
Are you gonna throw it in the sun?
What if we solve this the same way we solve everything? With teamwork.
Okay.
And the biggest team the world has ever seen.
Wait, what? What's happening?
Let's do this! Dino Superdrive! Activate! Ready, guys? Ready!
I'm not sure what's happening.
Everybody's running from the pterodactyl.
What?
We are the Power Rangers.
Okay.
Please stop!
And listen to us.
Sledge
Sure.
is dragging the Earth out into space, where we'll all freeze.
There's only one way to stop him. But we don't have much
Hey,
time.
Matt.
If we're to survive,
Hey!
Hey!
from everyone in the world, from New York to New Zealand, together we can save our planet. Listen carefully. In exactly 20 minutes, this is what you have to do.
Turn on every light.
Huh. Interesting.
There. That should do the trick.
Let's get it to the Zord.
It's ready. We'll meet you at the rendezvous point in 15 minutes.
This is interesting.
48 minutes to go.
What?
Okay, but if this is how we
Oh,
solve
wow. Wait, no, mirrors?
it, if this is how we solve it,
Are you...
I'm just gonna say, if this sword is if this evil is defeated by cell phone
This is a Zord.
lights, yes, that's a
You
sword.
ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, look, he's on Kendall's pad. Again, very close.
yeah.
They keep up this much proximity throughout the rest of the episode, and I'm gonna call it a ship tease, even without Moon Eyes.
Yeah.
They just have to continue prolonged.
We need to position the satellite where it can gather the most light.
You got it, Miss Morgan.
Yes, they have mirrors.
Yep. Huh. This is pretty crazy.
This would
Why
really
did you
only
stop?
work.
What? Hey, Zach!
Okay, but this should only work for one half of the Earth,
Yes.
at most.
That's why I said only from New York to New Zealand.
Fair enough. I guess the people in Europe are off the hook.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Unless it's the other
Unless
side.
it's the other side.
Rangers.
I mean, New York and New Zealand are pretty much on the opposite side.
Yeah.
One chance. Steady.
This is the most ridiculous crowdsourcing ever. Also, I don't know why that satellite stopped moving once they released it.
I think they put it into geosynchronous orbit, only you can't put things into geosynchronous orbit when your planet isn't rotating.
Hey,
It's
Galen.
very wrong here.
Wow, they managed to nab like almost every like guest character, every character related to the Rangers into that.
And we're shooting it.
Yeah. That's pretty hardcore. Whoa. Okay.
What just happened?
They blew up the energem.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Is there any fallout from
Dark
this?
Energem is destroyed.
Don't celebrate yet. We've got a problem.
Fallout. Is that a rift?
The explosion created a black hole!
Oh. Well, we're all dead now.
Wow.
No, seriously, if a black hole is inside the solar system, we're all dead now.
Whoa.
We're all dead now.
That is pretty epic
No,
right
first
there.
we were all dead when the planet stopped rotating. Okay? We might be able to survive being pulled a significant distance outside.
I want to see. Whoa! Look at what? Whoa!
So we're all dead now.
It's not happening.
The entire planet. Gone. Just like Sentai 6.
We caused this.
Yes, you did!
Destroying the Dark Energem.
All is not lost. We can now use the ultimate power of the Energems.
Whatever you're going to do, Keeper, you better do it fast. Because we're about to be sucked into that black hole.
Okay, first everyone died when the planet stopped rotating. Then everyone died when they got sucked into a black hole. I'm pretty sure it's possible for us to survive moving.
He's telling us what to do.
Throw our Energems into space.
Yeah,
Come on,
apparently.
guys.
Okay.
Let's do this.
To survive moving out of orbit, right? I mean, if our orbit moved outward, we would actually survive that for quite some time.
We trust
Yeah.
you, Keeper.
Assuming it happened, you know, gradually enough that we still had our atmosphere. But we would have lost our atmosphere when the world stopped rotating, right?
They break the chains that divide the past.
Hey,
present, and
try to
future.
break the
This
chains
is the
that
Energem's ultimate power.
divide.
The ability to transport you through time.
We're gonna time travel?
Okay.
Things are true. We must hurry. The black hole is getting closer.
Wait,
I will send you back in time so that you can stop Sledge forever. You alone have the ability to save your planet. The time portal is ready. Good luck, Ranger.
is this what Heckle wanted to do?
I guess so.
Go back in time and make his planet
What are
nice?
we waiting for? It's about to get wild. Ah!
Just Wild Force now?
Jesus Christ, using that kind of Woo! Traveling through
But they
time.
actually talked about breaking the chains that divide.
Yeah, it's fair. There's one. Where's the other one?
Okay?
Looks like it.
They get.
Let's land this bird.
I guess they got split up.
Okay, pretty
Tyler,
easy to land.
James, come in. No answer.
So the question is, when did they land?
But how far back did he send us?
And where is
Dinosaurs.
Blizzard?
Yep.
No way.
Dinosaurs.
You guys aren't gonna believe this.
Yep.
Of course. Keeper sent us back to the day he crashed on Earth with the Energems.
Y'all are at the extinction of the dinosaurs?
Apparently.
That must be him.
Let's go.
Who are those beings? I'll bet they saw Keeper crash. They must be after the Energems too. Let's go.
And when you get back, Sledgems, we're getting married.
Not likely.
Of course, boys. Can't wait. Follow me, Fury.
Nathan Detroit.
Yep.
Where are they? They've got to be here. There.
Wave your stick over them, make them glow like you did in the flashback.
Oh no. Wait. There it is.
Aren't you supposed to lay them in a velvet box?
No. He put them in velvet
Who are you?
to after he took them out of that case. That's the case he
You
turned
don't
into.
know us yet, but you will.
We are Power Rangers from the future.
From the future.
It's Sledge. Keeper, you sent us back in time to protect Earth from those monsters.
Prove to me that you've bonded to the Energems.
Okay, cool. It still works. Wasn't sure if time displacement affected that.
You are Power Rangers.
Sledge came down this time.
Because they were there.
Creatures are on your side?
It's Morphing time! Energem! Ready!
The question is, where's the other 5?
Different time, maybe?
Maybe.
Dino Steel, alright! What? Power Rangers!
Yeah.
Villains, rise! Attack!
Go Keeper, go Keeper. It's your birthday, go Keeper.
This is a pretty crazy set of circumstances.
But this is the core set of Rangers, so...
Nah, we don't have red.
I don't remember fighting him! Huh? The
And we do
Energems!
have gold.
Yeah.
Sledge! I have the other 5 Energems!
It's a bomb.
Unhand those, you fiend! Oh, good work, Fury! That's not the Energems!
Nope, it's not. These are the Energems.
Hey!
And I'll give you one guess what that is.
It's a bomb!
You got one last, it's a bomb.
It's a bomb! Whoa!
Whoa!
No! Fury! At last, my captor has met his end.
Dino! Where
He
are
met
the
his
others?
end.
Where are the others?
Before he captured
Don't
you.
worry, we got
Now we have a
it.
time paradox.
Just keep fighting.
You got it.
Yeah.
Black holes. Stop the Earth's rotation. Time paradox. I'm starting to see why people are irritated.
Is that all you got, Red? Pathetic!
You could drive a truck through these... No. You could drive a planet through these plot holes.
I mean, okay, Earth's rotation. Yeah, sci-fi's gonna ignore those sorts of things, but
Black hole.
the black hole. I mean, it destroyed.
We went back in time.
Yeah.
Time paradox?
Time paradox is the big
Playing around!
It's the big
Time to show
thing.
you something you've never seen before!
This is not a stable time
Wait,
loop.
what's gonna happen?
Magna beam.
Magna! Hey, how did you know? Magna beam!
Have they built the Zords yet?
I don't think so.
So they're gonna have to use the 2 they brought back in time.
I guess so. Which means we get an original Zord fight against Sledge, I guess.
Say goodbye, you vermin!
Look out! Now!
What the?
Intruders on the ship!
Oh, that's where the others have been.
Let's throw them off!
It's not.
Oh, this is pretty great.
Come over here.
Seriously, why are you guys not more?
Somewhere right here.
Whew! I guess we're not getting a Zord fight.
It worked! The others took over Sledge's ship.
You're a genius.
It isn't over yet. We've got to hurry.
Have you locked the ship on course?
Locked.
Let's go. We gotta get off the ship now.
Because we can't stop the extinction of the dinosaurs.
Oh, this is great.
Wait. Wait.
Look
They
at,
put it in the sun. What happened to the extinction of the dinosaurs now?
Well done, friends. With Sledge and his monsters destroyed, your planet and the Energems are truly safe. You may return to the future in peace.
Yeah, and find a completely different world because the dinosaurs were never extinct.
Coda, if you wish, you can return to your own time.
I can go home?
That's the gift I
Taco
saw.
again?
Ivan, you too can go home.
Back to the Knights of Xandar.
Yes.
We
Do
will
they?
understand, guys. Yeah. There's no place like home.
Then it is decided.
I will never forget you all.
Neither of us will.
How could any of us forget being Power Rangers?
You're all gonna forget being Power Rangers.
I don't know.
Forever.
I don't know what happens now.
You know, things will be rough without the luxuries, but I think Coda will be a lot more comfortable back in his own time with his own culture. Not sure about Ivan. I mean, his culture's more of a European medieval, which is kind of closer to what we have today than cave culture would be. Is Coda now responsible for the English language?
I don't know.
There's too much to say.
Until we meet again, my friend.
I don't know what happens now.
Can, whatchamacallit go back to when he got the Energem so he can age properly?
I honestly have no clue what the fallout of this is. Like,
So what's Heckle gonna do now?
I don't know.
Heckle, I'd like you and Zenowing to go back in time to stop the Dark Energem
What?
from being stolen. You can save Sentai 6.
I can do that. Save my planet.
Yes, you will become a keeper. The keeper of the Dark Energem. Make sure it is never used for evil again.
It'll be an honor.
Goodbye, my
Oh,
friend.
by the way, I don't think you got your ship keys.
I am fascinated.
I get ice cream.
Order is restored. A new
What?
chapter begins.
What do you mean order is restored? We have no idea. You do not realize. Nobody has any clue what you've just done to the timeline.
Now we're in the RPM universe, and everything is destroyed.
Like,
Matt just texted me.
So we're back.
Matt just
Yep.
his brother just texted him.
Maybe it's time you called me
so the
Kendall.
timeline hasn't been altered.
Okay, Kendall. Oh, that sounds
By the
weird.
fact that
now
the
I can take care of
dinosaurs
New Zealand. The
never
Sky
got
Tower,
asteroided.
My mom's Pavlova. She's gonna see it all.
We can finally start having our own adventures, too.
You said it, Dad.
I really don't
You should
know.
come too.
Sure. Well, once I'm finished studying dinosaurs, of course.
Guys, there's an emergency at the museum. Quick, we have to go.
Could it be the floor got caved in?
So where's the emergency?
Oh, thank goodness. Everything looks fine.
Guys, take a look at the sign. Amber Beach Dinosaur Zoo?
Yeah.
Sledge's asteroids never hit Earth. So the dinosaurs...
Yeah.
They never went extinct. But looking all over for you guys. I need you inside. The Triceratops has indigestion. Again.
You want us to take care of a Triceratops?
Of course. Who else? Come on!
Looks like our new adventure begins now. Let's go.
Yeah.
They
And
waited until the last minute and a half to make it weird.
yeah.
I think I won the bet, though.
Fair enough. Okay. I mean, it was pretty borderline.
I said
I'll
that
give
if
it to
they
you.
continued to maintain proximity, I would give it to you, but they didn't.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Looks like they didn't completely forget it. Because they did put him in proximity to her twice.
Whoop, I'm gonna stop this before it starts up the,
But they made no indication that... You realize that
Happy holidays from
if
Nick.
this Christmas episode takes place after the finale, that there's going to be dinosaurs in it.
I may have saw an image or two.
Are there dinosaurs?
I will not comment. So yeah, now you know. It wasn't the black hole. or the rotation of the Earth. It was the fact that dinosaurs are now contemporaneous to the Power Rangers universe. That is the thing that yeah. I didn't know the details apart from just they travel back in time and stopped the dinosaurs from going extinct.
Nope.
And yeah. So that happened.
I just knew Coda and Ivan went home.
Which I did not know that part.
I didn't even know that there was going to be any other time travel element other than that. For all I knew, Keeper had the ability to send them home if they clicked their heels 3 times.
That's
the
fair.
whole time.
So yeah, I really want to know now if there are going to be dinosaurs in Ninja Steel. Like, they are now just part of society somehow. Like, yeah, this finale really, really doesn't like science.
Look, if there was dinosaurs still in the timeline, there's no way that the world would be so otherwise indistinguishable.
I know. I know.
My brother Matt just texted me.
They.
Everything would have come out completely different.
Yeah. 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 Their effect on the timeline there.
If the dinosaurs weren't extinct, mammals never would have risen to take the main stage on the planet. So, in all likelihood, hominids wouldn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much everything, as far as we know, regarding
I mean, everything.
the history of the PR universe,
the dinosaurs were extinct.
has been tossed
biggest
into
mammals
question.
were like rat-sized. Mammals didn't start getting bigger until dinosaurs were already extinct.
But yeah, that's
Because we could handle it because we were warm-blooded and they were cold-blooded and everything had gone to heck for them.
that's the thing that I've been aware of for like the past month.
Stop the Earth's rotation.
Not that part.
They didn't.
That part I
The
didn't
black
know
hole
about.
part I can excuse because it was fixed by time travel.
Yeah, no.
So they stopped the Earth's rotation and then
I will admit.
created a time paradox with Ivan, and then they
I'm
messed it up even worse by not killing the dinosaurs.
They gave us an intense incentive for them to go back in time. The Earth was completely destroyed in that timeline. Like, as far as incentives to travel back in time,
Here's the
legit.
thing. Here's the
But
thing.
yeah.
If they had gone back in time to maybe 3 days before the eggs hatched,
Yes,
and
that
just
would have been
shot all of them.
that
like
would
they
have
did
been
to the
far
one
more
in
logical.
Amber Beach.
That would have made more sense.
And
No. I said that I am glad they had a good enough reason to travel back in time, not that I agreed with how far they traveled back.
Because then they could have done that, and then afterwards they could have, in a much more controlled and less chaotic manner, solved the issue with the dark energem.
Yeah.
Perhaps not creating a black hole in the process, or creating the black hole very, very far away from Earth.
Yeah, there's...
Thus allowing time travel to send Ivan and Coda home, and Heckle and Zinawing back to Sentai 6, which is hopefully far enough spatially removed from Earth that changing things there wouldn't butterfly affect the Earth
also,
into being full of purple marmadillos.
I love that Earth was being sold prescribed to Common 5. We have
Kamen Rider and
yes.
Sentai.
Sentai 6 and Common 5. I mean, it was a really cool image seeing giant Sledge get dragged by his own ship into the sun. That was cool imagery. Like,
But shouldn't they have at least released the asteroids when they did that? I know you don't want to be responsible for the death of the dinosaurs.
yeah, I feel like there could have been a plot
really-
contrivance to still allow it to have happened and have it not
That's
been
what I'm
their
saying.
fault somehow.
Have the asteroids come loose before it flies away.
Like, you get the impression that the reason that Keeper sent them back that far wasn't due to him thinking that that was the best place to send them, but more to assuage his own guilt.
about the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Keeper, and look what you.
Well, the thing is, they present it as entirely benign within the show itself,
but it's not benign.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
it's going to have repercussions throughout the entire Power Rangers continuity.
Yeah.
Unless they decide that this is also an alternate universe. You could go on the time divergent path and believe that, in fact, the Power Rangers universe did end when Earth was sucked into a black hole, and that was the end of the timeline that contained most of the other series, aside from RPM and possibly Lost Galaxy.
Yeah, this...
Like that because if dinosaurs existed, they should have retroactively been in all the other Power Rangers. And that means that those ones have to be on the timeline where Earth gets sucked into a black hole.
Yeah.
So the Power Rangers Samurai all just got sucked into a black hole. And the Power Rangers Megaforce sucked into a black hole.
Yeah. Yeah, there are just so many implications to that time travel.
Black hole. Then they went back and changed the direction of things, and now there is a divergent timeline, much like the divergent timeline on which RPM takes place. Yep. And it's possible, given that they don't spend much time on Earth, that Lost Galaxy could be in one of those other continuities.
Yeah.
But pretty much everything Earthbound, with the possible exception of SPD,
yeah,
has to be on the timeline that went into the black hole because no dinosaurs. And that includes, by the way, Time Force.
Yeah.
Because they traveled back to a time with no dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah, Dino Charge...
You broke the universe! Good job!
Yeah, there's... Like, that is a rough...
How are you gonna patch that one?
That one is nearly impossible to patch right there. As far as...
Ask DB! How does the dinosaurs make any sense?
Yeah, that's the thing, like...
Because you've been able to patch pretty much every plot hole by talking about continuities and time travel and this, that, and the other thing. But there's no patching this. There's no patching this unless you want to concede that, in fact, the Power Rangers universe, the main Power Rangers universe, aside from the divergent RPM universe and the possibly divergent Lost Galaxy universe, they all died in a black hole.
Even that doesn't even work. Because the main Power Rangers universe has teams set in the future. The only thing that actually works is if Dino Charge is a completely self-contained universe in and of itself, including the parallel timeline that it created. So basically Dino Charge being two
additional universes.
Yeah. That's pretty much the only way that this actually works. It doesn't work within a pre-established PRU. It can only work within a PRMU. It only works within a PR multiverse. Like RPM, that one you can piece in with you can piece into a divergent timeline. That's not that difficult to piece into a divergent timeline. But this one, by virtue of it including the actual destruction of the Earth...
if you really try, you can put RPM on the same timeline. You just have to stick it either before or after...
After SPD, before Time Force.
Or before SPD, if you figure that the aliens came to reconstruct the Earth.
Possible.
Either way, it has to be before Time Force and could be on either side of SPD.
Yeah. But...
You could try and put it in there.
But
you could put it in a time branch.
Yeah.
But this,
this
right.
one, because it goes back so far. The divergence goes back so far.
All the way to the time of the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Like, there's no clear points of commonality where we could actually...
But they also seem to have some vague understanding of what a Power Ranger is, which means...
The Power Rangers existed in their version of the universe.
That they're... I wonder if that's where Sun Vulcan came from.
Maybe. Maybe they're from the universe with all the Sentai teams, I guess.
Yeah, the Sentai teams that showed up in the
In Super Mega Force.
in Super Mega Force, but hadn't ever shown up in our universe.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the universe that has Dino Charge. Problem solved.
That's the only spot where it goes. Oh my.
They came from the Dino Charge universe. There we go. We did it.
Man.
Those universes have dinosaurs in them. Power Rangers are a little bit weird.
Considering, like, that Judd Lin worked on the series that, you know, tied together so much of the PR universe.
But Jake, they have Stegosauruses still. Why do they have Stegosauruses still? Dinosaurs went through multiple periods, and dinosaurs were in separate eras. It was a very long time, and if you consider that, you know, for example, we went from being rats to being human beings in the amount of time since the
we should have the same.
We should have different dinosaurs.
It has been 65 million years.
We should have different dinosaurs. There should be another era of dinosaurs. I don't know how many eras. It might only be one because the dinosaur eras were really long. But at the very least, the dinosaurs should be different.
Yeah.
Also, dinosaurs have feathers!
That is right. I mean, all we saw were, what, a pair of
Well, in
brachiosaurs,
our
I think.
universes, in our universe, dinosaurs have feathers. But
Well, I mean,
apparently,
they gave the T-Rex like a mohawk thing.
But apparently in the Dino Charge universe, dinosaurs do not have feathers.
A few of them were presented with feathers, I believe.
They don't have feathers like they have feathers.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they've pretty much discovered that most of them were pretty feathery.
Fair.
The Velociraptor looked like a really angry chicken.
I'm just...
With a mouth instead of a beak.
Yeah,
more of a snout. A reptilian snout instead of a beak. But still, very feathery.
But this is actually the first series to truly be incompatible with the rest of the PRU.
Yeah.
Which is shocking.
Especially since, as far as we knew, this was in continuity the whole time.
I mean, there was nothing...
You can jam RPM in there, and everyone said from the start that was an alternate universe.
Yeah.
And everyone said from the start that was an alternate universe, but you can still jam it in there if you want to. This one, no one bothered to tell us this was an alternate universe, and there's no way you could fit it in!
Yeah. This does not fit with the pre-established PRU. Which is... That's coming from me. I've done a lot of theorizing on the PRU.
And a lot of patching over...
Yeah, you guys know how much work I put into power reviews to make this stuff work.
You and I also both disagree on where RPM would be if it were in continuity.
Right.
I think it would be before SPD with the aliens coming to help reconstruct Earth. You think it would be between SPD and Time Force.
Yes,
if it were on that timeline.
I do lean towards it being
outside the timeline.
Towards it being a divergent timeline,
Personally,
which is something that I explore
idea.
in power reviews through supplementary story. Yes, it is something that requires a lot of supplementary story for that to work.
I had them on the other side of SPD. I had them after SPD, and that's why there are no aliens on Earth anymore, because they all bugged out.
Right.
That's why there are no aliens on Earth during Time Force.
So yeah, we both agree.
There should have been aliens on Earth during Time Force.
Yeah.
If they were on Earth during SPD.
That's
why did they leave?
That's
RPM.
the most common placement if they place it in the future instead of in parallel
RPM.
timeline. But yeah, I have RPM and Lost Galaxy.
It's kind of like when all of the aliens bugged out off of Earth during the Great Burn.
Yeah.
In Babylon 5.
Right. But yeah, that is a hard thing to resolve with the
You can't resolve. It's not hard. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the only way this works is if you put it in its own divergent timeline, and that divergent timeline has to be so different from the Power Rangers universe that we know that it diverged all the way back in the 65 million years ago.
Exactly.
It has to have diverged 65 million years ago.
I mean, we have had time travel to that era before in Time Force, but even that can't justify a divergence like this.
No.
They didn't make enough of an impact in that timeline, and their timeline was fine when they returned to it. So even that can't work as a point of divergence.
No. And you know all about points of divergence.
I've tried to develop it, and yeah, there's no commonality.
But the thing of it is that
there.
Due to the existence of SPD, RPM, and Time Force, we also know. Like, I thought I had it figured out, and I was like, okay, everybody died in this one timeline in the black hole, but that doesn't even work, because that timeline contains people from SPD, RPM, and, okay, even taking RPM out
of it.
Take
RPM out of it.
SPD and Time Force.
Time Force especially, by virtue of existing in Forever Red.
Yes.
Like, you know, even if we were only include up through Forever Red, or up through Dino Thunder, and still being time, like even Dino Thunder,
okay, but the contemporaneous portion, Time Force took place mostly in the contemporaneous portion of time.
Yeah, like
so that whole thing means that has to be, you know what I'm saying? Assuming that that's a stable time loop as opposed to a divergence.
It's implied that there is minor divergence, but it's never outright stated what that divergence is. They deliberately avoided.
I would really hate to see it
divergence.
Where Time Force went back in time, fixed everything, and then got sucked into a black hole before they ever got to exist.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be crappy divergence.
Yeah.
Does that one count?
Maybe. Haven't decided.
Semi-ding.
Yeah, it's...
Librines. They are the broke.
Yeah, I was all up for, you know, Dino Charge still being part of the main Power Rangers universe, and then they just created that separate dinosaur universe.
But because of the black hole.
But because of the black hole, that invalidates the the main Dino Charge timeline, which I was not expecting. I mean, it was a cool visual. It was a cool thing to have happen, but that messes up a lot of stuff.
When they go back to the correct time, assuming they were still born and all of that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be duplicates of themselves? Since they never left?
That's questionable.
They never left in that timeline.
Yeah, but there's always the common timeline trope of you just assume the position. You assume the life of your pre-existing counterpart.
Fair enough.
That's why I say it's debatable. I don't know what to make of this. How are we doing on time, by the way?
I have no idea.
Oh, we still got plenty of time. I was a little worried because we've been kind of in this stupor for a while now. I mean,
what's wrong with 2016?
He killed everybody.
Hopefully not Carrie.
Hopefully not Carrie. But in terms of positives, it was pretty cool to see all those guest characters.
Yeah, they got them all
make those little cameos. That was nice. We got to see Kaylee. We got to see Mr. Watkins. We got to see Matt. We got to see Zach.
Is Kaylee even gonna still be dating him in the new timeline?
Probably, because as far as I can tell, the only difference that they're actually accepting for the new timeline is that now dinosaurs are a thing.
That's a major difference.
I know, they're
it
just
should have concomital, additional.
Yeah, they're not including collateral consequences in this.
This is Sliders level weird.
Yeah, it is. And that's why it's called End of Extinction.
Because there was no extinction.
They had Edge of Extinction and now End of Extinction. And now I'm very curious what
it was a little bit End of Evangelion because they destroyed the whole world and everyone came back.
Yeah. That was... Yeah.
They destroyed the whole world and then everyone came back.
I mean, if they had just gone back a little bit,
that would have made more sense.
then it could have been salvaged as far as still being part of the rest of the Power Rangers universe?
Yes, all they had to have gone do was go back a week and kill all the eggs before they hatched or made any, just jettison those eggs, get them off the planet. That's all you had to do. And we know that the Zords can reach, pretty high altitudes. They could punt those eggs directly into the sun.
They should have tossed the dark I wonder. Ooh, I was about to say they could have tossed the dark energem into the sun.
No!
Then that would have turned the sun into a black hole. Come to think of it, why didn't you throw the dark energem into the sun?
That's what I thought they were gonna do.
That's what I thought they were gonna do too. Instead, they
What's
decided
the
to
brightest thing that you
reflect
think of?
the light of the sun.
I guess they wanted the light, but not the heat.
I don't know. Because they threw Sledge into the sun, so apparently throwing things into the sun is easy.
If you have a spaceship.
What they do.
Well, they had Sledge's spaceship.
Yeah, but they also have their own as well.
Oh, right.
Because they went out into space. Hey, lady.
Want to go to space?
Space! I'm really curious to see if Q Ranger ends up getting adapted into the 2019-2020 seasons.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Oh, you made me stay up and watch this, and now my brain is broken, and I have to go to work on Christmas Eve, and I don't even know what's going on, and I think I'm gonna die.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry your brain is broken. I just really wanted to see the circumstances that led to what I knew was going to happen. I really wanted to know. And now that I know, I'm like, wow, the timeline's even more broken than I thought, which is impressive. That is impressive. It is...
This timeline is more messed up than the Zelda universe.
Like, this is...
The Power Rangers timelines are now more convoluted than the Zeldaverse.
Well, this is the first time that we've had one that can't be linked. Like there's no linking this.
I mean, assuming that RPM is in a separate universe, at the very least, one that cannot find a divergent point somewhere within the Power Rangers continuity.
Unless, okay, there is one version, there's one thing that I can imagine in which this is able to actually still factor in. And
are you going to tell me that this is where Lost Galaxy comes in?
No. This is the only way that this works. This is the only way that this works with the rest of the Power Rangers universe. And that is if SPD and if during SPD and Time Force, Earth, they just don't feel like mentioning that Earth is no longer revolving around the sun. It happened to travel through a wormhole in the past. And the black hole was actually a wormhole that sent the Earth to another solar system. And Earth is just chilling out in another universe. And nobody felt like mentioning it during SPD and Time Force.
Jake, if the Earth wasn't rotating, then so much goes wrong with our ecosystem.
Oh, I know. But basically the only way that it links, is if being sucked into that black hole actually sent them to a different universe where they are now revolving around a different sun. In which case, they went back in time for no reason.
And, in which case...
Sledge and company survived.
Yeah, because they're in that universe too.
Yeah.
They would have still had to deal with Sledge.
Yeah.
So in that universe, they're chilling out on a planet which has ostensibly been sold for scrap.
Yep.
To Common 5.
Yep. So apparently during SPD, we exist on a planet that happens to be owned by another planet.
That would explain all the aliens.
Yep. There you go. Fixed. Sort of. Oh man, they did not even pretend the rest of the PRU existed for this one. Wow.
Feel my brain.
So this is what happens when you are truly unfettered by by previously established Power Rangers continuity. Like, RPM did not let Power Rangers continuity affect it, but it also didn't do anything to directly negate previous Power Rangers continuity. This one was truly unfettered, and basically is like, unless Earth can survive getting sucked into a black hole, this doesn't function with the rest of the people.
I mean, like I said, there are, as you mentioned, those that theorize that black holes are in fact wormholes to other universes.
Yep.
That is the only situation under which you are not dead if sucked into a black hole.
Yeah.
And even in half of those cases, you're still dead due to being demolecularized during transit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those wormhole to another universe things have the black holes showing up in another universe, spewing out undifferentiated matter.
Yep.
Consider the bucket.
That's a reference to a book about origins of the universe.
The Fabric of the Universe.
Yes.
By Brian Greene.
But
I think, or is he the narrator?
I'm pretty sure he's the author, I think. But yeah, okay, so apparently I can find a way to make it work. It's just incredibly messy. And requires...
Are you kidding me?
Any future seasons to be taking place, like...
Just so you know, even though the students are no longer here, the internet still turns off at 11.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, it's The Fabric of the Cosmos.
Okay.
By Brian Greene.
But
it's
yeah.
a very good book.
But
afterwards you will spend a lot of time saying, consider the bucket.
I also feel weird about the lack of a denouement in this.
How does this affect the bucket?
Like, I'm going to try and separate myself from my general desire to keep the Power Rangers universe connected.
And if we come back to the bucket,
and look at this as a finale itself, for a series that stands by itself, I am disappointed by the lack of denouement. Because we really didn't get resolution for these characters, but that might be what the Christmas episode does. What are you doing?
String theory.
Oh, okay. The Christmas episode might be the denouement that is lacking here.
Vibrating at different frequencies in a dimension that we cannot perceive.
I am curious what comes out of that Christmas episode once we see that, because I'm pretty sure that the Christmas episode is in this new timeline.
Because if there is
it is set after the series,
then maybe this makes sense on some quantum level.
And I don't know what that means, like.
Because that's what this is. Could be an alternate universe. It could also just be a quantum improbability.
I'm trying to think also in terms of...
I mean, this is an extreme quantum improbability that you would change that much about the world and yet still have humans with cell phones that text.
Yes. I'm also curious,
and have the same human individuals born into the timeline such that an individual would text his brother and they would both still exist. I mean, we could still have humans, but you would expect to have a very different population because, I mean, people are sort of generated by the chance selection of 50% of their mothers and 50% of their father's gametes.
Yeah.
So, if we rerolled the dice over the course of 50,000 years...
Yeah.
50 million years.
Yeah.
Even if we had people, they would probably be very different people.
Yeah. It works.
But given infinite universes with infinite combinations,
it is a
on a quantum level, it is possible.
Yes.
It's just improbable to the point where it would be it would have to be a quantum improbability.
I'm also curious.
I blame the Quantum Ranger.
Don't blame Eric for this. I'm curious if they still have their energems right now. That was not established at the end of the episode.
Well, in the event that they do have their energems, they do not have their full power, because the dark energem still exists, ostensibly, by this point in time, and is under the safekeeping of Heckle.
Yeah.
And until that is destroyed, their energems do not allow them to time travel.
Yeah, that would... Like, I see how everything did go full circle in terms of, finishing where you started. But, like... I mean, like, Lord Arcanon should still exist and still be a threat.
And he's wondering what happened to all of his prisoners.
And
why he didn't get his bounties.
And then there's,
He paid good money for those people, and they never showed up.
like, they may be going back in time to save Sentai 6, but, like...
Even saving Sentai 6 should change the timeline.
Yeah, like... Or... was Sentai 6 destroyed... Okay, I guess apparently Sentai 6 was destroyed before... Wait.
Over 50 million years ago.
Wait, didn't...
Because Heckle and Snide were on board when everything went to heck.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So once
Yeah,
again,
yeah, 'cause...
that's a very long time. We don't know how long they were combined, either.
Right.
So, for all we know, the whole Heckle and Snide situation was another 50 million years prior to that. I don't even... So you can't really place that one in time.
Yeah, we don't have any
established
real reference
with
there.
Ivan and Fury, or, once two beings become fused, they seem to be running off the time longevity of the longer-lived creature, which is why, for example, Ivan didn't age.
Yeah.
While he was fused to Fury, and I guess because Heckle was fused to Snide, he was likewise less agey. Of course, he might not even be human, so we don't know what his lifespan is supposed to look like.
Nope. No, we do not.
I mean, I still don't know if that green hair is a fashion statement, or if it's an alien thing like Andros's white hair. Who's a human-alien.
And we also don't know if his hair was bleached or not.
Human-alien, though, right?
He's a human that was... He's a non-terrestrial human.
Non-terrestrial human, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, the non-terrestrial humans have been separated from us long enough. They may have some divergent characteristics, but shouldn't be a separate species.
It suggested that humans evolved on other planets. Was I believe the idea during Power Rangers in Space.
Independently?
Yes.
Well, then that would be like humans and Centauri, where they look very much alike but are genetically incompatible.
Perhaps. But he described himself as being
human. They shouldn't be
human.
able to cross-procreate.
He described himself as being human and said that Earth is not the only place where humans exist.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that some humans weren't plucked up off of the Earth.
Yeah, the origins of
if they were
the
plucked up off
Korovians were
of the
never
Earth,
explored.
rather than being convergent evolution, it would be mildly divergent evolution, and it would be like trying to, it would be like different types of dog.
Yeah, the origins of KO-35 were never established.
Because dogs are different species, but, I mean, they come in different phenotypes, but they're all one species, which can lead to some very interesting situations if you happen to own a Chihuahua and a Great Dane and they want to have puppies.
But yeah, I
better hope the Chihuahua's the father.
I can't believe we've... But I still... Power Rangers Dino Charge... It is less compatible with the timeline than anything else that we've ever encountered. Like I said, the only way it works is for series set in the future to exist on a version of Earth that has passed through a black hole.
That no one ever bothers to mention. Ever.
Like... Yeah. It's... I mean, if it's common knowledge, I guess there's no reason to mention it,
Okay,
but even
in
so, it's like...
in the event of that case, wouldn't that complicate the time travel and time force?
Yeah,
You'd
I
think
don't
they'd
know.
mention it there.
You think that
Because
that could be a
moving
thing,
backwards
but I
and
don't know.
forwards in time along your own timeline is one thing, but they wouldn't merely be moving backwards and forwards in time, they would also be having jump universes. Otherwise, they would turn up in time in the location where Earth is in the black hole universe before Earth showed up.
Or it could be a wormhole to another place within the same universe.
Okay, then they'd wind up in the same place.
Well, here's the
Then
thing.
they'd need to traverse space.
Time
as well
travel.
as time.
Time travel is often tethered to a relative location on a planet. Because let's face it, if it was due to a constant location in space.
Yeah, you'd wind up in the middle of space most of the time.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that
The
not only is the
entire
Earth
universe
rotating,
is constantly in
but
motion.
the planet is circling the sun, and the sun is centering the gravity, and things are going around. The
Yeah,
universe,
everything's
and
constantly moving.
So
There
on
isn't.
and so
There is
forth.
no.
Although there may be
There is
one
no
point
absolute.
in the middle, but we don't know what's there if there is one.
There is really
Though some
no
people
absolute
suggest
still
that it
point.
may be a really big black hole. Or a really big opposite of a black hole spewing out matter, and that's why it would expand. There are so many interesting theories, but we have no idea.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
there is
explaining
no
that to you. You're the astrophysicist.
there is no absolute reference point for celestial motion.
Full stop.
Okay.
Star Trek.
Okay.
Every time they ask.
Yeah, it's full stop relative to what? Oh, Star Trek.
Full stop relative to what? The nearest star? The nearest planet? I mean, I assume it's got to be one of those, right? Because it shouldn't be full stop relative to the galaxy. That would be really weird. But even if you're in a solar system, full stop relative to which planet or star?
Yeah. Whew, boy. And I mean, there's still the whole thing of, like, Tyler's dad being 10 years younger.
Yeah, why didn't they send Tyler's dad back 10 years earlier so that he could age properly?
Like, everything's just been thrown completely out
Because
of
it's
whack.
not like they gotta worry about his knowledge changing the timeline since they already sent Ivan and Coda back even farther.
Not to mention,
Which, by the way, Coda's in for a big surprise when he gets home and finds dinosaurs!
let's not forget also that,
As if
if the
cavemen
energems don't exist,
didn't have enough to contend with.
do the energems exist on the timeline anymore? Because if they don't, then there would be no reason for Tyler's father to be 10 years younger than he is. Like, everything is broken. Everything is broken. Everything is paradox. Like that.
I mean, the moment they killed Fury, they paradoxed everything, and then it just kept getting worse.
Yeah. Everything.
Because without Fury sucking in Ivan, half the story doesn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, without Fury taking the bomb back to
The ship.
like, everything.
I mean, they could have set that right. They could have gone up there, and when they were done scrambling all around the ship, we all have to get off now because we're crashing it just like it crashed before.
Yeah, like.
But they didn't choose to do that. Instead, they sent it into sun with a giant sledge attached and let all the asteroids go into the sun, too, and ruined everything. And it's all ruined.
It's pretty rough.
It's ruined. That's what it is. It's ruined.
This timeline, it doesn't work. I mean, also, just like.
The only good thing that comes out of this is I've got one scoop me my ice cream free card.
Fair enough. Because they didn't have a proper denouement like I was anticipating.
A denouement may have included that ship tease you were looking for.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Although the fact that Heckle got sent back to his own planet kind of puts the kibosh on that anyway. Even if they had a denouement, you would expect it to include the contemporaneous individuals.
Yeah.
Rather than Snide or Heckle. Heckle,
Yeah.
Coda, or Ivan. It's forgivable not to mention where they went. Your denouement should be back in Amber Beach.
Yeah. Which I guess is what the Christmas episode is intended to be. We'll see what that is. and how that ties in with everything.
I wonder if the people that went back in time will be present. And if they are, how?
Yeah.
Because without the Dark Energem getting destroyed, the rest of the Energems may still have some power, but they certainly don't have the power of time travel.
Yeah.
Or if they do, then this whole we have to destroy the Dark Energem before we can use time travel thing was a load of bunko.
Yeah, not to mention, like, without... Well, here's one of the other things. They used the Energems to create the portal, to go back in time, and then they used their past Energems to morph. So when you use the Energems as a portal, you're leaving the Energems behind. So they didn't bring the Energems with them, I guess. Like, they shouldn't have the Energems with them right now. The Energems have no reason to be on Earth anymore. So I don't even know how they're supposed to morph in the Christmas episode, if they morph at all. I assume they morph. But I don't know how.
Yeah. This is like the question how Keeper sent them back.
Yeah, because the Dark Energem still existed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because if he's had that ability all along, then we're getting into Glinda the Good territory, and Glinda is not good because she apparently felt that Dorothy needed to do a whole bunch of extra stuff that Dorothy did not need to do before Glinda would send her home.
Yep.
You had the power to go home this whole time. I had the power to change time this whole time. All you need to do is click your heels 3 times.
Yeah.
Something like that.
This is
all messed up. I can't even.
Yeah. That final plot device, like everything
it's
else.
20 past 11 on a work night, and you've broken my brain.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. We should.
No. You should not be sorry. You should be sorry. Not most of you, but one of you.
One of them.
Yes.
Why?
You know which one.
But I mean, at least Dino Charge is a fun ride. They're fun characters. Interestingly structured story to an extent, but that finale, it's
This is worse than the ending to the new Battlestar Galactica.
Of course, I totally thought that we had enough room on the SD card to finish our discussion of the finale. Of course I thought that we had enough room. And instead...
Y'all missed me cackling like a hyena when the camera went beep beep and showed us that it was out of
That was quite a statement to end that on.
I hope it actually caught that.
Yeah, I think it did. Oh my god.
Because the end of Battlestar Galactica was terrible.
Yeah.
It was so anticlimactic.
I'll bet.
It's like, no, wait, why did you leave all the No.
I mean,
medicine! Keep the medicine! I understand you're afraid of computers, but keep the medicine! What is going on? Battlestar Galactica, dinosaurs in Amber Beach!
They didn't skimp on the
Dogs
finale.
and cats mating!
I will admit, they didn't skimp. They didn't skimp on the finale.
Flames on the
They
side
just
of my head!
Skimped on logic. Like this, it's one of those things where...
I don't want to be a pirate!
It's an interesting thought experiment of what if...
This is some bullshit! Ding!
It's sort of an interesting thought experiment of, hey, what if humanity had dinosaurs contemporaneous to them? That's an interesting thought experiment, but it's a rough thing to end a series on.
They don't know that, do they?
What?
The some bleep bleep.
Yeah.
Because that's your version of, gee, these pretzels are salty!
These pretzels are making me thirsty. That's a whole separate story. Don't worry about it.
Place beyond the pines, thing.
Yeah.
Come here.
Hey, Frankie. How you doing,
Come
bud?
here.
So yeah, you've probably been watching us in a
Come
stupor for long enough at this point.
Frankie, come here.
Uh,
The cat won't even come here. 2016 sucks.
yeah, that's. Yeah, it's one of those
I
things
said,
where
come
like
here.
I can salvage it in as far as functioning in the PRU,
You'd
but
rather
it's
play with your
so
toys.
it's such a rough thing to do. Like it strains my credulity in terms of linking it, and that's saying something.
Your credulity stretches a lot further than most people's does.
Yeah, I need to.
That was part of the joy of Ask DB. People will be like, how do you
Yeah.
explain this? And you could explain all of it. You made it
Yeah.
all work.
In this one, I need to turn the black hole that supposedly destroyed the Earth by virtue of statements in the show into a wormhole that spits the Earth out in a different location. That's the only way that it works.
A different location where everything is normal enough to Earth normal. You know, it has a set distance from a star such that it still remains warmed and that it resumes its rotation in such a way that SPD and Time Force can happen.
Yeah, like I was watching the Earth get sucked into the black hole. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Oh wow, that would justify time travel. But wait, this also negates the entire timeline if they do what I know they're about to do. Oh my.
They could have just gone back in time a week. That would have been a lot better. Just get rid of all those eggs before they hatch.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with dinosaurs being contemporaneous to humans, that's something I think would make a fantastic one-off episode, as like a what-if kind of story. But it is a really weird thing to end a series on, especially a series that is tied into a long-running franchise. Because this firmly disconnects it from the entire franchise.
Because otherwise, we'd have had dinosaurs in Angel Grove.
Yeah.
And not just the Zord ones.
Black hole, wormhole, that's all I got. That's the only thing that I got that can work for keeping it in the PRU, and that is a stretch considering that flies in the face of them saying, you know, it just
Black hole.
they just destroyed the planet. Now seeing the Rangers actually react to having destroyed the planet, like that's pretty intense.
Yeah, they were like, did we do that?
Like, this was clearly something that focused on drama and interesting questions versus over actual logic.
As far as mistakes go, they have now given the Operation Overdrive.
Yeah, it just blew them out of the water right there.
And Dr. K.
Yeah. Congratulations, Dino Charge team. You have made the biggest screw up of any Power Ranger team ever.
In history. You got the
Across the
sucked
multiverse.
into a black hole.
Because that wasn't even... Your villain didn't do that.
You did that.
You destroyed the Earth.
What did I say? What did they say? Back during when they destroy the Dark Energem, what's gonna get out?
Parallel black hole.
So it wasn't Dark Spectre. It was worse.
That was intense. That is... Yeah. You messed up worse than any other team in history.
And we thought Rusty had poor judgment.
That is rough. Yeah, this is definitely a finale where... this series has explored a lot of interesting questions without necessarily letting logic get in the way. And they really did not let logic get in their way for the finale.
Nope.
They just went all out on, hey, what if this happened? Okay. That's intense and dramatic and has cool visuals, and logic has no place.
Yeah. In the words of many young people, or at least people our age, when something like this happens, well, that's a thing that happened.
Except now it no longer is.
No, but that's the thing that happened. I mean, they put dinosaurs contemporaneous to humans and made a horrible time paradox. That's a thing that happened. That Power Rangers finale, that's a thing that happened.
Oof.
So, yeah. That happened.
Also...
Now I'm a broken record because...
Also, I'm just gonna say, with everything that I've had going on in Power Reviews with the Rift, like...
I thought that was going to be a rift hole, but then it was a black hole! If it was a rift hole, that might have been cool.
Like, that's, that's... Wow. Like, the stuff that I have tied into the origins of the Rift, I'm not going to reveal them here. I'm just going to say, the origins of the Rift were not as...
Convoluted as that?
Yeah, they did not mess with the timeline to that extent. Like, I had...
No, your Rift is canon compatible.
Yes.
That was not canon compatible, and yet it's canon, and I don't know how that works.
Yep. That happened. But we have spent a lot of time...
That's like an AU fanfic, only it wasn't a fanfic, it actually happened. Only it's AU, which means it has to be AU that diverged 65 million years ago. 58 million years ago? Quite a few million years ago. 65 million years ago. And...
I hope that you guys enjoy watching us with broken brains. I hope this is entertaining and not just like, are they done yet? I think we're about done.
I think I'm done.
I think we're done.
I think I need to, it's 11:30 and my brain is broken. So I am very done.
Yeah.
I am done.
It's time to get some sleep because we got a long drive tomorrow.
Done. I've got work tomorrow before our long drive.
Yep.
Yippee-ki-yo-ki-yay!
Sorry. I'm sorry.
When did I become Bruce Willis?
Apparently just before Christmas. I wonder if there's a... Oh, Alan Rickman isn't in the building.
No, Alan Rickman is dead.
2016. You're mean.
2016 sucks.
Hopefully 2017 hopefully 2017.
Can everyone at least stop dying?
Yeah. And at least they'll have some cool Power Ranger stuff going on. We're gonna have ninjas. We're gonna have a movie.
Yeah.
They're gonna team up with the Justice League in the comics. That'll be cool.
Right.
Sentai is gonna involve space.
Want to go to space?
I want to go to space.
I want to finish watching.
I
want to finish watching.
What?
Logan's the Magic Ranger.
Hmm.
And
I want to go to space.
And
Shinkanger?
Shinkanger.
Yeah. Go Busters too. Anyway.
I got Sentai to finish watching.
So I think we are about done with this finale. We'll see you guys when we do the Christmas special next up.
Right.
So until then, happy holidays and farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.
It all returns to nothing.